Hello there, mathletes. Welcome back to Math Jamboree. In this video, we have another AP Precalculus type of a question from the topic of polynomial and rational functions. These are the questions that we created just for you, so these are not from somewhere else. And we just create these questions for you to practice before the official exam. So let's solve it together. A polynomial function p of x is given by p of x equals negative x times x minus 3 times x plus 5. What are all intervals on which p of x is greater than or equal to 0? So, and A, B, C, D, R choices are given. To solve this kind of questions, you will need to find the roots of the polynomial. And how do you find the roots? And these are the factors. You don't need this. These are the factors. So there are three factors in here. If you will make them equal to 0, you will find the values of x, which are the roots of the polynomial function. So negative x equals 0, then x will be equal to 0. X minus 2 is equal to 0. X will be equals to 2. X plus 5 is 0. The value of x is negative 5. So we have found three roots here. I'm going to show them over here, sign diagram. Negative 5 comes first, and 0 and 2. This divided into our region in 4 pieces. Now we will use some test points. Before negative 5, I'm going to use negative 6 to check the sign of the first region. Negative 5 and 0, we can use negative, let's say, 2. Between 0 and 2, I'm going to use 1. After 2, I will use 3. So let's check the value of negative 6. So p of negative 6, negative 6. Negative 6 minus 2, negative 6 plus 5. This positive 6 times negative 8 times negative 1. Turns into positive 48, right? So because of that, this is included. This is positive, this region. And because what we're looking for, remember, we're looking for p is greater than or equal to. When it says or equal to, if this is greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, you're going to include the roots, because the roots are the values that makes the polynomial function 0. And we have p of negative 2, negative times negative 2, plus 5. This in turns into positive 2 times negative 4 times positive 3. And the result is negative. We don't need to actually calculate it, but I'll just write it down for the negative 24. It is negative. Between 0 and 2, in that region, I'm going to use 1 for the x. Therefore, this becomes negative 1 times 1 minus 2 and 1 plus 5. So this is negative 1 times negative 1 times 6. This turns into positive 6. Therefore, in this region, the sign is positive also. And lastly, we will check for the 3, P3. And if you will just put 3 for the x, 3 minus 2, and 3 plus 5. This is negative 3 times 1 times 8, which is negative 24. This sign is negative here. So what we're looking for, again, the positive ones. first region and the third region. And first region starts from negative infinity and negative 5. Are we going to include negative 5? Yes, we're not going to use just parentheses, we'll just use brackets because negative 5 is also included since they said that it's greater than or equal to. Union, we have 0 and 2 in that region, and we will include both of these points as well. So this will be our final answer. If you will look at the choices, choice A is the answer. B is... When you look at it, actually, in this choice C is not the answer. Choice D is, of course, not the answer. What is the differences between choice B and A? Only the 5. Do you see that? This is not brackets. That's why it's not the answer, because they didn't include negative 5 in there. Okay, that's why B is not the answer, because of this. So the correct answer for the specific question is choice A. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments, you can always leave it below there. Thank you and see you next time. Bye-bye.